What's up, guys? HOTSHOTFRONTIER back at it again with another video, and in today's video I'll be going over my Mannadium deck profile for June 2024. But without further ado, let's get right into this. And of course, we are running 42 cards in the main deck. I know 42 is a lot, but hey, there are a lot of cards to play for this build. So we have, of course, 2 copies of Starfrost. 1 is too little and 3 is way too much in my opinion. Moving on to the starters, we have 3 Riem Heart. You have 3 copies of Right Heart. And of course, 3 copies of Samsara. Now, going on to the rest of them, we have 3 Meek, which Meek is the perfect tuner. There are other tuners, but honestly, you could just stick with Meek. And then we play 2 tech choices. We have Corridor and Flag for that Thunder Dragon Colossus at the end of the board. Next up, we have 2 copies of Fenrir. I know we have the ulti and the Prismatic Secret Rare. Don't worry, we're working on it. We're getting the ulti, okay? Next up, we have the Scareclaw Castira, of course. And that is it for the monsters. I'm going to go on to the hand traps, but I like how this deck is. You know, if you draw any of the starters, you're pretty much good with the combo. But let's move on to the hand traps now. And starting off with the hand traps, we play 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Ogre, and of course, 3 copies of Imperm. So with this deck, you have to run a heavy amount of hand traps because there's just so much that can interrupt you, but at the same time, you have to interrupt your opponent the same way. But moving on, we're going into the spells, and something that is also very important for the deck, you have to play 3 copies of Forbidden Droplet because you have to stop your opponent from comboing, but at the same time, you need to protect yourself. Next up, we have Calarium at 3, 2 Right Phobia, 2 Arrival, 1 Rhoda, 1 Obsession, and 1 Imaginings. So again, mandatory 3, Calarium at 3, Right Heart at 2. I don't play the other planets because it's just too much I'm running in the deck. We also have the Arrival at 2, which is perfect, 1 Rhoda, Obsidian, and Imagining at 2, 1 each. It's perfect. Honestly, you don't have to run more than the required amount. And of course, the final card we have is the Counter Trap, which is the Framing. So that is it for the 42 card list. Personally, a lot of testing that I still have to really do, but I am very confident with this list. Let's go on to the extra deck. And of course, guys, starting off our extra deck, we are going to go off with the Link monsters first. And we have the Lightheart, we have a Little Knight, Cross Sheep, and Apple. So Lightheart at 1 makes me nervous, but again, the extra deck is very tight, and you'll see why. Little Knight is always great to have. Cross Sheep is so important in this combo. And of course, you have the Appaloosa for the end board piece. Moving on, guys, to the Synchro Monsters, we play 1 Treshuda, 1 Omega, 1 Emptara, 1 Excel Synchro, with the Stardust Dragon, Chaos Angel, and 1 Pater. So, of course, Treshuda and the Excel Synchro help you with the Synchro Climb. You have the Omega with the Pater, so you can rip 2 cards from your opponent's hand, which is nice. Emptara that grabs a spell or trap from the deck to hand. And, of course, Stardust you can go into with the Excel Synchro if you get into that situation. And Chaos Angel is great because not only can you summon this without tuners, but you can actually get off both effects, which is amazing with this deck. Now, going on to the next up here, we have a XYZ, which is the Infernal Flame Banshee, to kind of help you with the Thunder Dragon Colossus combo. And moving on to the rest of the extra deck, guys, we play 1 copy of Colossus with the 2 Vicious Astrolaud. Of course, you guys know 1 is great for the combo, while 2 is great for follow-up. And Colossus prevents your opponent from adding cards from the main deck to the hand, of course, and can protect itself from destruction by banishing a Thunder-type monster from the graveyard. But guys, that is it for the extra deck. I did want to run Crimson Dragon in the build, but unfortunately, I just did not have enough room for an additional target. Plus, I actually do like Thunder Dragon Colossus inside the deck. But guys, moving on to the side deck, I'm really happy with the picks I got here. So we do have 3 Droll and Lockbird. You have 2 Lightning Storm with the 1 Duster, of course. Next up, we have 3 Barrier, 3 Evenly Match, and rounding off the side deck, we have 3 Judgment. So this is pretty generic and hits all of the meta. We have Droll and Lockbird, an additional, your opponent cannot actually add cards from the main deck to the hand. You need that, of course. Lightning Storm is great for clearing the board, and same thing with Duster for back row. D-Barrier to say no to whatever your opponent is playing. Of course, Evenly Matched, Battle Phase, and a Battle Phase. scared emoji. And then we have, of course, the Solemn Judgment for going when you do go first after side decking. But guys, that is it for the side deck and for my Mannadium deck profile. If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge like, comment down below your thoughts, and of course, if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn the notification bell on so you're updated the moment I upload new videos. But guys, that's it for me. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.